everyone. You're all doing well. It is 7:43 because I had to eat dinner because I didn't get out of work until like 20 minutes ago. Actually, like on the dot. So, outside of work, following up all my time, I had a Hot Pocket, which is pretty good, and a couple Mexican wedding cookies, which are basically just flaky shortbread things that remind me of like the pecan cookies you can get at Walmart, but covered in powder. Good though. So I'm still drinking my dinner drink, which is my Fanta that I have, an orange Fanta. So I apologize if that interferes with any voices or those things, because I'm still thirsty. Maya passed out right after we found her in the tomb. I feel exhausted. Can't keep my eyes open. Something. I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure Maya being tired like that means that she channeled someone. Just saying. She's not cold ever since. We've been able to get a word out of her. The doctor said it's just exhaustion, but I can't help but worry. What is it, right? Oh, you're right. Yeah, just thinking is all. Glad you're here, Edgeworth. We wouldn't have gotten the permissions we have without you. Well, I didn't come all the way to Crane to be useless. That's your job, right? Speaking of the investigation, I received a few things from Detective Sky. These should prove to be useful to us as well. He does autopsy. Stabbed from behind, which is interesting because then he had blood on... Oh no, that was Dirk. Dirk had blood on his front. Cause of death is blood loss. Time of death, approximately 3 p.m. Which is weird. Didn't they go in at 3? Diagram of the crime scene. Mara's sarcophagus is the very center of the room. The photo of Inga's body stabbed in the back with a knife. Can't thank you enough, Edgeworth. Honestly, I've been so lost without him these past few days. You there, the bobbed-head lawyer, Phoenix Wright? Huh? Oh, it's a guard, not Rayfa. Oh, I guess I should have realized that when I had the way the guards speak on it. You're from the Grand Royal Guard, right? I am Lackey, Royal Guard member, and her amendment is his shoulder rubber. Lackey. He's Lackey. That's very specific. And what does the Royal Shoulder Rubber want with me? Wait, come to think of it, my shoulders are stiff. Don't be absurd! I'm here for one purpose only. I'm to bring you before her eminence, Queen Garan, Grand Priestess of Corée. Will you comply? The Queen? What could she want with me? Why does he have to shout like that? I can't fathom why Queen Garan would summon you, but I advise you accept her eminence's gracious invitation. Royal Shoulder Rubber Lackey, was it? May I join Mr. Wright in his audience with the Queen? The name's Lackey. L-A-H'-K-E-E-N. All praise the omnipotent Queen Garan, for she has already foreseen and approved your request, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. You are both to come with me. You mean to say Queen Garan sees our every move? Yes, indeed. Her eminence's spiritual power is immense. She means what's going on thousands of miles away. Right. I fear I'll lose my hearing next if we don't hurry. Yeah, me too. Or the Queen herself summon me personally. What could she possibly be up to? I assume he's going to tell us to bugger off and quickly go to the Queen, right? Oh no, he isn't. Oh, okay. And they're staying in the temple again. I suppose it will do. It's a bed to sleep in and a roof over our heads. Sorry to disappoint, but there aren't any beds here. Or to sleep on the floor next to a bunch of strangers. What? Tell me there's a shower at the very least. The kitchen sink works just fine, I hear. Of all the... Right. We will work to bring this case to a swift resolution. The sooner the better. Fair. Fair enough. Let's go. Let's not keep her queen. The queeniness waiting. Ah, the bobbed head lawyer has arrived. We bid you welcome. And you as well, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. Thank you. This place is still as magnificent as last time. We have heard much about you, Bobbed One. It seems your bluffs and tomfoolery tend to leave our court devastated in their wake. Is that what people have been saying about me? Right. Where are your manners? Your Eminence, I am both humbled and delighted to be in your presence. Oh, Your Eminence, glad to be here. Looks like you're doing well. It is all right. There's no need to keep your head bowed all day. Yes, Your Eminence. Rayfa's not looking too good. Because even she can't just bounce back from her father's murder. So, what can I do for you, Your Eminence? We wish to question you about something related to the case at hand. Perfect, because I have a few questions of my own. Hey, do you want to see my attorney badge? Please take a look at this. That reminds us of when Dirk was still practicing law. So we see that lawyers in your country also present evidence, simply to gauge the other party's reaction when all else has failed. Do not presume to use such simplistic methods upon us. Sorry. Okay. Well, let's chat. Inga's crime and Dirk the criminal. We fear we do not fully comprehend what has transpired. So it is that we summoned you here to further elucidate the situation. Is it true that our husband Inga had been seeking the Founder's orb? That's right. He wanted to trade a hostage for it. That's why you abducted Maya Fey. Insolent fool! Oh, that is a lie. A lie, I say. Father would have never done such a thing. But he did abduct Maya. I'm not standing here and listening to this nonsense. You'll pay for this. You. Now, please, benevolence. That is quite enough, Rayfa. We understand your feelings, but we fear he speaks the truth. For we believe we know why your father would do such a thing. We believe he was seeking the orb as a means of attaining spiritual power, and with it he intended to usurp the throne. Mother? What do you mean, Your Eminence? Inga was planning a coup, for he was dissatisfied with the current administration, and his secret police was the primary instrument of his treason. Secret police? They came up during the High Priest's murder trial, too. Elite force under the direct command of the Minister of Justice. In this case, Inga. The man who was hunting down rebels as Lady Kira was a member of that group. Indeed, Inga turned that once proud force into his own private army. And he intended on using them to launch a coup and assassinate us. So your Eminence had no control over them. As much as it shames us to admit it, Crane is not the unified realm it would appear to be. We are truly sorry you have had to witness the dirty underbelly of our kingdom. Good father. But know that Inga could not have become king simply through our assassination. For in Crane, only those who possess spiritual power may sit on the throne. I see. That explains why Minister Inga was seeking the Founder's Orb. Bobbed One, do you recall the man known as Peace Love Understanding? What about him? He too was involved in Inga's machinations. Inga had bought his loyalty, ordered the man to steal the orb, and covered up the theft. And then he sent the orb to the US for Dr. Buck to study. It's all coming together. The capture of the infamous villain Dirk Sedmati. It may prove to be the crowning achievement of our reign. Now perhaps the kingdom may return to the peace it once knew. What a joyous day. Hail to Her Eminence, Queen Garan, Grand Priestess of Crane! Whence his spiritual power invoked a blessing straight from the Holy Mother. See how our crownies would be elated at the prospect. The queen herself seems almost giddy for someone whose husband was just murdered. Father? Rayfa, on the other hand, doesn't appear to be taking it so well. About that incident that occurred 23 years ago, the one in which Dirk was accused of assassinating Queen Amara. Yes, he set fire to her private residence, Burning my dear sister alive. Murder by arson. Only a demon would be capable of such a heinous crime. But that event also set the stage for you to become queen. What did you do before you were crowned queen, Your Eminence? As part of our training to be queen, we served in many different governmental positions, the longest of which was as the previous Minister of Justice. It was in that position that we were best able to support our elder sister, Queen Amara. Oh. Wait, I don't have it. Apollo has it. Remember how we found the button from his Minister of Justice jacket in the ash before? What if it's not Inga that killed her sister, but she did as the Minister of Justice? Interesting. That's her husband's position, or at least it was. And when you ascended to the throne, you passed the Defense Culpability Act. Those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. What prompted you to pass that, like the Defense Culpability Act, Your Eminence? The assassination of our dear sister Amara. When the infamous villain Dirk Sanmati was apprehended, he announced that he would act as his own lawyer. That's right, Dirk used to be a lawyer. Dirk had been an extraordinarily talented lawyer and highly esteemed by the people, but he falsified evidence in an attempt to win his own case. I see. But when the truth of his fabrications and the assassination of the Queen came to light, the people were devastated, and trust in the legal system plummeted. Now, why does that sound so familiar? Yeah, I wonder. In Karain, the Hall of Justice is a sacred space where victims receive their last rites. Should the people lose their faith in it, the kingdom would be shaken to its very core. That is why the Defense Culpability Act had to be passed. It was the only way to keep our legal system from tumbling into the abyss. So that's how you sought to eliminate the use of perjury and phony evidence, huh? But that law is what made layers go extinct in your kingdom. Now there's no one left to defend those who have been accused. You may see how you could take issue with such a reality. However, we have not banned the act of lawyering itself. Those who are confident that they can prove their client's innocence are always welcome to mount a vigorous defense, as you yourself have shown. Well, I guess so, but without lawyers, there's the possibility of false charges being filed and prosecuted. So long as our prosecutors continue to run nothing but perfect trials, there needn't be fear of such nefarious dealings. Do you disagree? Perfect prosecutors and perfect trials, huh? Let's not get started down this path. Yeah, that's how you get von karmas. Furthermore, here in Korean we have the divination seance. And so does we no longer need lawyers, for the dead do not lie. Well, in the short time I've been here, I've beaten back false charges twice. And I found that cases built on the memories of dead are less than perfect. So yes, I do take issue with the Defense Culpability Act, to say the least. Such relentless rhetoric. Your reputation precedes you, barbed one. It feels as if we ourselves were being cross-examined. Oh, no, that wasn't my intention. It is true that some feel the Defense Culpability Act is a necessary evil at best, but it is a small sacrifice upon which the peace of our kingdom has been forged. If you consider executing innocent lawyers a small sacrifice, then sure. The fact is that following its passage, the crime rate here in Korea dropped markedly. Therefore, we have no regrets concerning the enactment of the Defense Culpability Act. Really? None at all. Right, why don't we leave it at that? This isn't a court of law, after all. Yeah. About the Founder's Orb that was to be exchanged for the hostage. It went missing after the murder. Would you happen to know anything about that? It's missing? I'm sure Dirk had it when he went into the tomb. If it wasn't there, I have no idea where it could be, Your Eminence. In that case, then perhaps Dirk has hidden it somewhere. Incidentally, there's the matter of that horned youth you were with. Oh, you must mean Apollo. From his odd hairstyle, maybe assume him to be a relative. Perhaps your younger brother. No, you've got it all wrong. He's Dirk's son. Oh God, Phoenix, why did you say that? Well, more like foster son. They're not actually related by blood. Dirk's? Royal Guard? Your Eminence! What's she whispering in that one guy's ear? Thank you for your time. The two of you may go now. Yes, gentlemen. We'll be on our way. Okay, now what? Paul and Athena have the murder scene investigation covered, so maybe we should go speak with the locals or at the bazaar. Hey, you want to see a picture of your husband's dead body? No. She does not. Alright. Actually, can she give us any information about this? No. Okay. Alright. Alright, fine. See you later. Is Rayfa back here? One swanky throne. I don't think you can sit there, please. The jester in the crown. I imagine it'd make quite the interesting picture. You know, Edgeworth, I hate to say this, but you're absolutely right. No step ladders anywhere, though. Well, I don't feel great about the fact that she's whispering things after we mentioned that Apollo's Dirk's son. Also, Phoenix, you fucking idiot. Why did you say that? Like, as if we need a reason for one of our buddies to get arrested or something. Was that a lion? Oh, that? Caught me by surprise, too, when I first heard it. It's the cry of a local bird known as a warbot. Yeah, that sounds like that. Sounds more like a beast than a bird, if you ask me. It's a form of mimicry. You know, to help protect them against predators and stuff. Yes. Well, can't say I've heard one quite like that before. Oh, it's more than unusual. It's in danger. It's extremely rare to encounter one in the wild these days. If it's so rare, then what's one doing out here in the middle of the bazaar? Got me. It's got something to do with it being their national bird. Was that a gunshot? Sorry, PW. Whomst? Oh, God. What was that, Dats? The Defiant Dragon's newest weapon. All these puppies, dragon snot snaps. And you need those, why? Because our hard work is starting to pay off. Thanks to our TV signal hijacking stuff, more and more people are joining our cause. On account of that, the regime's been cracking down on us real tough like. Yeah, there's been a lot going on lately. You can say that again. I mean, what with the High Priest's fake murder/suicide? People calling it the DCA tragedy. It's causing a real public uproar. Hopefully this means Trust's death won't be in vain after all. So, how exactly is a handful of firecrackers going to be of help to you guys anyway? Simple. First, I supply them to our fellow rebels. Then, we use them as a diversion when we need to shake Duran's goons. Huh? Like this. Oh, will you cut that out? I'm with the regime and I'm not chasing you. Your reaction. Oh, priceless, BW. Guess I started that war bat too. It's a miracle no one's trying to arrest him while he's too busy laughing. You there. You're one of those insurgents, are you not? Yaks! Take that! Yee. And he's gone. Those firecrackers are more useful than I thought. Bobbed head? Your benevolence. What can I do for you? I wanted to speak with you. About what my mother said. I do not believe a word of it. My father could not have been planning a coup. Well, I can understand why you'd feel that, but... It was a setup. Someone must have been plotting against him. And how do you know that? I just do. Because the Holy Mother guides me. As the royal priestess, I must uncover the truth for all to see. Maybe this is just how Rayfa expresses her sense of duty. You're investigating this matter, are you not? Then rejoice, for I shall accompany you and bestow upon you the royal priestess's wisdom. Look how smug she is. I do love that about her. She's fun. That's best to have heard all day, you benevolence. No one dare get in our way with Rayfa by our side. We humbly accept your offer, don't we, Edgeworth? As you wish, right? Excellent. Then let us begin with my father's private quarters. We should be able to find some clues there. I shall expose this false charge for what it is. the last thing I do. Could it be? Is the reason she's so defensive about Inga because she's a daddy's girl? Bob's head! Let's not waste any time. My father's private quarters are located within royal residence. Now follow me! Wait, she's sure in a hurry. Right, the minister's private quarters may hold evidence related to his murder as well. Yeah, maybe we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Rayfa's awfully fired up. Let's hope she'll be ready for the truth we find. After all, it's hard to believe that Inga was not in full control of the whole affair. What's up, Warbard? I never thought it'd be a case with that thing. I never thought the day would come when you get sentimental on me. Come on, right? Time's a wasted. Oh, that's cute. Exactly which of us was wasting time here? Oh, come on. Don't be like that, Phoenix. Literally nothing else here to look at. Alright, well, I like talking to Wright, so... Edgeworth, I mean. So you've been here all this time. I wonder what you've done. Don't tell me you missed me, Edgeworth. As if. The courts have been so peaceful without you around. You make it sound like I leave legal devastation in my wake. Well, don't you? Well, right. What do you intend to do now? I was thinking I want to help Apollo in this case. So why don't we try to gather whatever information we can? You're quite the considerate boss. Well, I kind of forced him to take care of the office in my absence, so the least I can do. I suppose royal residence, right? Now, if we can figure out which of these buildings houses Inga's private quarters, that's where we'll find Rayfa. I mean, this is Rayfa's house, right? So I assume maybe still on the right. The girls with colorful flowers and that view from the veranda looks like it would be easy. If I had to guess, I'd say Rayfa must live here. Yeah. Now that's what I call an extravagant exterior. That's where Inga's private quarters are. Watch your step, right? That urn's been knocked over, spilling water everywhere. Yeah, ground soaked. I wonder who did this. I think someone's in there. Father. Is that Princess Rayfa? There are still so many things I wish to tell you. Oh, sorry saying that. She always puts on such a brave face. But hearing her crying all alone, I can't help but think of Trucy. Father. Princess Rayfa? Are you in there? Oh, just a moment. Oh, I'll be right out. I see you are finally here. Well, let us commence our investigation, shall we? Your benevolence. Maybe you should rest for a minute first. You were eavesdropping on me, weren't you? No. I mean, yes. Sorry. Couldn't help overhearing. Wasn't like I was spying on you or anything. You stupid bobbed head. Dunk. I don't know what she's throwing at us, but it's quite annoying. You could have feigned ignorance. As if your brain-to-mouth filter shuts off the moment you step out of the courtroom. Not that bad, Edgeworth. Yes, you are, Phoenix. Anyway, what took you so long? Look how... Okay, no, they didn't. I was curious that they, made her eyes underneath red at all. I thought you would never get here. What a nerve, keeping the crown princess waiting. Oh, sorry? It's my father's residence. I've already unlocked it, so you can go right in. Oh, and be careful. Some dingbat dog got in the courtyard and spilled water over there. A dingbat dog? That's right, the yappy mutt spilled a whole urn's worth. Wonder how it got into this area. Do you know what it looked like? Better things to do than to memorize what a stray dog looks like. Anyway, it's not worth talking about. Let's search my father's room now, shall we? I really hope she's alright. Overturned earth spilled water over the place. I was knocked over earlier. I can reel out Athena. Right, what does it say about you if your first suspect is your own subordinate? Okay, and then we have the footprints, which are just Inga's, I assume. But they just kind of end. I wonder who made them and where they went. This is relatively interesting. There's some unique reason to be offered a fair opportunity. Fair. Fair enough. Oh, well, there's the dirty footprints. It's quite a room he has here. Very gaudy. Also, what's with the drugs? What a mess. You can definitely tell a guy used to live in this room. Guess Inga had at least that much in common. Ugh, this stuff keeps getting in the way. Nina. Oh, she's not coming. Oh, huh? Where's Nina? Normally, she comes running whenever Rayfa calls. That's right. Nina is what? Oh, well, you, Bobhead, come, hold this staff for me. Oh, I mean, just take it. It's too heavy. I'm tired of holding it. How does Nina put up with this day in and day out? I'll just sit over here for now. Well, clearly that's an interesting thing, as is that. But first off, what's up with this? Some muddy shoe prints here. Come to think of it, there's some spilled water by the entrance. Somebody must have stepped in before coming in here. They're already dry. That means they're at least several hours old. Then someone must have been here today in the early afternoon. For our servants clean this room each day. He and Corinne are the same. Leave not today's untidiness to the morrow. Mine is why clean up today what you can leave for tomorrow. Yeah, well, that's you. It's a syringe and a vial. Those were for my father's back pain. He said it really helped when the pain was particularly unbearable. It's that bad, huh? He must have been injecting some sort of painkiller directly into his back then. Yes, my father said his back pain could knock him off his feet. I know the feeling. I've experienced some pretty severe back pain of my own. Well, we can kind of have you throwing your back out in court, so why don't you take a vial? Oh, no thanks. I hear your body builds with tolerance to that sort of thing. Okay. Was he stabbed in the back before he got there? I thought you didn't want them. Going straight to a chiropractor as soon as I get home. His desk is crammed full of documents. Well, they appear to be paperwork for executions. But are there this many cases? Indeed. Something is rotten in the kingdom of Corinne. This one dates back to 5 years ago. Something tells me he simply kept putting them off because he hated doing paperwork. That's interesting. What's this? Je suis le belle. Never thought I'd see this brand again. Appears to be a sample of some sort of spray-on hair color. Jet black. What if Inga was going gray? Here, Edgeworth, maybe you can use it. I like my natural hair color just fine, thank you very much. Notepad must have belonged to Inga. Let's see here. Nina, purple hat. Glasses, diamond-shaped tattoo on forehead. Dirk, long hair, eye patch, blue clothes. Phoenix Wright, spiky hair, blue clothes, pink necktie. Pink necktie? Strange. These appear to be notes detailing people's most prominent characteristics. And there's even some stuff about me in here. Why would he bother doing this? I'm afraid even I can't answer that. Whatever the reason, it's giving me a case of the heebie-jeebies. It's as though he was taking down descriptions of people over the phone. It reminds me of anyway. Oh, what a brilliant deduction! One fitting of a chief prosecutor such as yourself. Commend you. That's high praise coming from you, your benevolence. Edgeworth and Wright. They do look like dictation notes, but I don't know. I mean, why bother describing Nina? I must have seen every day. Oh. Isn't I don't know why, but I'm drawn to the fact that he talks about the colors. Nina's not in here. I wish they had Phoenix in here. I thought he wore a red tie, not a pink one. Chair looks like it was modeled after Inga's suit jacket. The backrest even has those fancy buttons of his. Imagine they make the chair awfully uncomfortable to sit on. Actually, they served to massage the pressure points on his back. My father suffered from terrible back pain, you see. What if it really works? Is there something underneath? Okay, missed it. This one luxurious and comfy looking bed. Still done nothing but hard floors since coming to Karain. Can't wait to sleep in a nice soft bed again. Then take it. It's yours if you wish. We'll have to clean this room out anyway, now that my father's gone. Don't you want to keep these things as a memento of your father? Besides, I don't need a spirit haunting me late at night. Do you suppose if I stepped on it, I could see my father once more? Princess Rayfa. Honestly, don't know how to answer that. Wow, that's one gaudy sculpture. My father sculpted it himself from a block of solid gold. Why does it not surprise me that he was also a narcissist? Pretty detailed. It included that personal stamp of his. Yeah, the stamp's a little loose. Oh. Ah. Look, there's a secret safe inside. Oh my! I think such a thing was here all this time. Rats. Looks like we'll need the combination to get in. Can't open this without the combination, but I doubt Princess Rayfa would know it. Well, if we can't open it, we can't open it. For now, let's continue our investigation, and we'll come back to this dilemma later. Sure. Bottles don't matter. Clock doesn't matter. Alright, I think that's it for what we can actually spy. So let's chat. Bobbed head. I, the royal priestess of Karain, shall share my thoughts on the abduction. You will. Listen carefully, for such opportunities do not come often. Yeah, of course. We'd be grateful to hear anything you'd like to share. My father was very likely seeking to obtain the Founder's Orb, but it was not for the purpose of coup d'etat. It was all for my sake. For your sake? The Founder's Orb is capable of bestowing great spiritual power. My father truly believed that. And he wanted that power to be mine. I haven't finished my training and I still can't channel spirits. He was doing it for me. Right, I see. Well, do you understand why he did it now? I do, but it doesn't change the fact that Minister Ingo is a kidnapper. But I guess you don't believe he is, do you? New information is sure to surface upon further investigation. Suffice to say, he did this all for me. End of story. Is he really trying to obtain the orb for Rayfa? Somehow I doubt it. Speaking of powers, I wonder if Rayfa will be performing the divination seance tomorrow. Probably ask her about that. Your benevolence, I noticed Nina isn't with you today. I know not where she has gone. Not spoken with her since this morning. I assume she must be quite busy today. I did catch a glimpse of her a little after 2 o'clock. Tried calling out to her, but she went off somewhere again. A little after 2? That was about an hour before the murder. Indeed. All the times for this to happen. She normally comes to me the moment I call her name. It's hard to believe, but even nannies have lives, you know. Your inability to find her after the murder is slightly alarming. One of her absence is related to today's incident somehow. You think she was unwittingly caught up in them? Who knows? At the very least, I don't think she was at the scene of the crime. Nina, hope she is alright. Rayfa seems really worried for Nina. Well, has Nina served you long? Yes, she's been at my beck and call for as long as I remember. Heard she even cared for me as an infant, right down to changing my diapers. Your diapers? Almost sounds like she'd be your mother. Indeed. But that is a simple fact of life when your mother is busy being queen. Nina takes care of my every need. She's my teacher in all things as well. Rayfa's pool of knowledge is rather lopsided in some respects. Could that be the result of Nina's teachings? Nina, could it be that my trusted lieutenant has come to dislike me? But I think about it, perhaps I've been acting rather spoiled as of late. Well, I'm sure she'll be back. Yes, I suppose Nina will never truly abandon me. When I return, I'll do something nice for her. Perhaps she'd like a shoulder massage. And yet, I can't shake the feeling that Nina's connected to this case in some way. Well, Inga has notes about her, so probably. I take it you'll be conducting tomorrow's divination seance. Who else if not I? Good point. Thing is, divination seances are all about what victims experience in the final moments. So tomorrow, Rayfa will experience her own father's death exactly as it happened. More than anyone should ever have to deal with. Do you really have to go through with the seance tomorrow? There's really no one else? What about just calling the whole thing off? It's not as if I'm doing this because I want to. No? Ah, never mind. I misspoke. The divination seance is a very important duty of the royal priestess. It's one I intend to fulfill. There's that word, duty. Your benevolence? As crown princess, you are destined to rule this kingdom one day. That means there will be many things that you alone must determine. Things like how to keep your people happy, and what is true and what is false. And most importantly, what role you must play therein. I wonder if I'm even up to the task. Performing the divination seance is very important for priestess. But duty or not, it's a heavy burden for someone so young. And worse, she'll be forced to watch her father's murder. Would it be a weight too heavy for her to bear? I'm really beginning to wonder what's inside that safe. Any idea what the combination might be, your benevolence? None whatsoever. Looks like a 4-digit combo lock. Maybe it's the date. Probably not anything that would be easy to guess. Well, let's try some dates and see what happens. I wonder what date Inga would use as a combination. Date the DC Actors Night parents' anniversary, Rayfa's birthday. I mean, this seems like it'd be the one to go for, but also, I could totally see this being a thing too. When's your birthday, your benevolence? You're wasting your time. Could not possibly be my birthday. Ah, come on, it's worth a shot. Fine. It's December 24th. Christmas Eve. Well, let's give it a try. 1, 2, 2, 4. Yeah. It opened. It did. Yep, and it looks like the bottom safe was a fake. Something meant to mislead or be thieves, no doubt. Still, it was rendered quite ineffective by his use of such an easily guessed combination. Why, father? Why my birth date? Why not your birth date, Rayfa? Okay, let's see what's in here. It's like a letter or something. Let's see. Dear father, I wanted to wish you a happy birthday. You're always so kind, and I love you very much. Hope you live to be 100 years old. Love, Rayfa. Aww. He keeps very important documents in his safe, I see. I wrote this to my father when I was 8 years old. Father, why would you hold on to something so childish and stupid? There are some other papers in here. Huh. Ah. Oh. Well then. This is the plan for his coup d'etat. Once I poison the queen, the throne will be mine. The spiritual power I obtain from the treasure will back up my claim. In the meantime, the secret police are to keep close watch on Garan. Oh, give me that. I don't understand. Seems Justice Minister Ingo is plotting the assassination of the Queen. This can't be true. Father would never harm Mother. Poor Rayfa, this has taken as a terrible shock. What's this? There's a photo in here too. It's a woman and a baby. I wonder who they are. Oh, I don't know about you, but it looks more like this one. That's not the right hair color for her either. Also, he's dyeing his hair black. Huh. Are we sure that Nina isn't actually her mother? Got the dot. And, I don't know, she looks more like that than not. On the far left, there's a law book with the mark of the Defiant Dragons branded on it. Wait, that's your benevolence? How could this be? Oh, Princess Rayfa. Looking incredibly pale. Your benevolence, are you alright? Alright? How can I be alright? Huh? All that I have believed is all lies. I'm afraid I don't follow. The heck's she talking about? Can I ask who the woman is in this picture? How should I know? It seems I didn't know anything that was going on. Doesn't look like I'm going to get much more out of her while she's like this. Mother. Huh? I must ask my mother about the secret she is hiding. What secret? I must go. Goodbye. Wait. What was that all about? Like her mind was off somewhere else. It appears this photo really upset her. Wonder who the lady in this picture is. Stop! Shadoo! Come back here! Oh, it's him. Wait, that sounds like Albie and Shadoo. That's odd. Commoners aren't normally allowed in this area. Wonder what's afoot. Just curious. Nothing else in here? Oh, okay. Yeah, let's save her accusing us of falsifying evidence then. Edgeworth! Sorry. I hope one of you has a good explanation for this. I'm so sorry. Hi, Albie. No, Shadoo, bad dog. Leave the man's frilly thingamajig alone. If you would kindly detach your dog from my cravat. Oh, Edgeworth. Right away, sir. Just hold still and... Stop pulling my pot. You only stretch the fabric. Masha, dude, let go of his fabric. This isn't working. I just have to pull harder then. 1, 2. Wait, what are you? 3. I assume he's ripping it. Come on. Jeez, man, really? Were you trying to kill me? I'm really sorry, mister. My dog has a habit of attacking frilly things like that. Maybe for his sake, he should stick to more traditional targets, like cars, or his tail. What's worth, he snuck in here again today and stole some weird-looking hat. I don't know what to do anymore. Bad dog. You're a very bad dog. Wait a second. I've seen that hat before. Could I see that hat again? Sure. Wait, isn't this Nana's hat? But I thought she disappeared. Shadu swiped it from someone. Albie, how exactly did Shadu get this? Allow me to explain. All started while we were on a walk through the bazaar today, when suddenly Dad's popped out of a manhole. Ha. Whoa. The fangs of the defiant dragons. Dad's the rebel is here. Say, you want to join our cause, kid? Huh? Nacho is super startled by that weirdo's appearance. Back, dog of the Grand Regime. Huh? But this is my dog, Shadu. Defiant Dragon secret weapon. Dragon snot snaps. Achoo! Whoa! Oh man, the look on your face. Oh, classic. The sudden bang of the firecracker spooked Shadu and he ran off into the crowd. Shadu, come back here. That'll teach you, Grand's lapdog. You there, what do you think you're doing? What? Not good. That's when the policeman came running over and hauled Dats away. As they should. It's a menace. Happened right around 2 p.m., if I remember correctly. I'm gonna pretend I know what Dats was trying to do. Chased right after Shadu, and when I finally caught up to him here in the palace courtyard, he had this in his mouth. 2 p.m. That's about an hour before the minister's death. Nana supposedly went missing after the murder, but this would place her here at the palace at around 2. Actually, I just remember I saw something pretty amazing around that time too. Something amazing? So Albie, what was it you saw that was so amazing? I saw Her Eminence Queen Garan channeling a spirit! Really that big of a deal to see her channeling someone? You bet it is! Commoners are never allowed to behold the sacred rite. Oh, can you tell me more? Of course! Always happy to explain. I believe it was around 2:10 p.m. today. Got lost in the palace grounds while looking for Shadu. Oh, what is this place? Using the creeps. Where could Shadu have gone? In my search, I took a peek into a small room, and that's when I saw Queen Garan. She was channeling a spirit for a neighboring kingdom's king. I saw her transform right before my eyes. So excited I had to take a picture of it. You took a picture? Oh, I know I just couldn't help myself. Between this and the treasure room, I'll be as long as I get the picture of self-restraint. Her channeling rate ended right after that, so I ran off before anyone could spot me. You could have been arrested again, you know? Yeah, I know. Have I shown Edgeworth anything? I think I did at one point. I think I might have shown him my badge, but I can do it again just in case. They're good dialogue. Anyway, here's a copy of the picture. Just don't tell him I was the one who took it. I worry about his future sometimes. Come to think of it, how did you and Shadu get into the royal residence anyway? Not open to commoners after all. Allow me to explain. I want to take a better look at this picture. Yeah, she doesn't really look like she's changing, right? I don't really know what I'm supposed to be seeing here. Okay, we know she was channeling a spirit. Noted. There's a way to get into the palace from the bazaar. A bit of a tight squeeze, though. Shadu can easily fit, but anyone bigger than me is out of luck. You don't say. Yeah, part of the palace wall has changed, and there's a hole I can sneak it through. Go on. Bet you didn't know they have some really tasty food here. Oh, then this isn't your first time in here, huh? Trespassing is illegal, you know. No, it's not like that. I didn't mean any harm. It's just, I want to help change this kingdom. What do you mean? Well, after Miss Faye's trial, I started thinking, like, maybe there's something I can do to help the revolution too. Maya's trial. That tragedy only happened because of how twisted Frank's legal system has become. How utterly foolish to cast away one's life for such a reason. There must have been other ways to come up with the crime. Yet had I done so, my wife would rush to my defense. And when the case went to trial, she would have suffered the same fate as I under the defense culpability. I could not have lived with myself had she been convicted because of that fiendish man. This cannot be. All I have done under the laws of our kingdom has all been... The DC Act led to the false charges against Maya and the High Priest's suicide. That trial also caused the public to start questioning the current state of things. And it seems even Albie has some pretty strong feelings about it. I knew there had to be something I could do to help. That's when I remembered the hole in the palace wall and started thinking. Maybe you could sneak in and take a picture of one of the royals up to no good. I just want to do my part. The spirit of evolution seems to be catching on, even one so young. Right. The momentum is steadily building, and the tipping point is fast approaching. Just a matter of when. I agree. The public's perception of the Defiant Dragon seems to be changing too. But Albie, you can't go trespassing like that. Even if it's for a good cause, it's not right. Okay, I won't do it again. Albie, is that really all you have to confess? You haven't been up to any other mischief. And when I say you, I mean Shadu. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Nice try, Albie. But the proof is literally right in front of us. I mean, can we point out that it was probably the dog that did this? Hi, Devkin. Oh, but you wouldn't happen to know how this urn got knocked over, would you? Because their benevolence told me something rather interesting. Be careful. Some dingback dog got in the courtyard and spilled water over there. Dingback dog. That's right. The yappy mutt spilled a whole urn's worth. The dingback dog she mentioned wouldn't have to be Shadu, would it? Guess the dog's out of the bag. Sorry, I lied. Where'd I get in trouble? I know I shouldn't lie to a lawyer like that. No, it's not good to lie to anyone like that. So let's try to only tell the truth, okay, Albie? Oh, Mr. Wright, I almost forgot. I saw a couple of Americans a moment ago. And a really weird haircut, so I thought they might be friends of yours. Really now? Seems your little friend thinks all of us Americans have strange hairstyles. Suppose we have you to thank for that, right? So what exactly did their hair look like? There's a guy with 2 crops of hair sticking out of his forehead like an antenna. Then there was this lady with a long bunch of hair that looked like a big orange spider leg. Oh, that sounds like Apollo and Athena. What were they doing? They were racing through the bazaar with the Grand Royal Guard in hot pursuit. Wait, what? Why would they be in pursuit? I'm not sure, but I have my suspicions. Hope they're all right. Sorry for not mentioning it before. Just kind of slipped my mind. This is all Phoenix's fault. Just saying. To be continued. Apollo's narrow escape. All right, I guess we still got time. We can play this one. Those guys sure are resistant. Yeah, you can wear me out, and that doesn't happen often. Why are they after us anyway? Apollo, it's the Royal Guards again. Quick hide. Where'd Hornhead and Spidey hair go? Spidey hair? They're not talking about me, are they? Is that a trick question? We know you're hiding somewhere around here. Apollo, that weird looking bird over there. Did it just... Yeah, it did. Called a war bat, and you know what? I'll tell you about it later. Well, we're not being chased by Master. Come out, wherever you are. Hand over the Founder's Orb if you know what's good for you. Figures they're after the orb. I don't know what they do to us if we're captured. They grill us in those obnoxious loud voices. Here after the first hour and confess to whatever they wanted, truth or no. Come out now, you foreign devils! Gone far enough! You must not keep your eminence waiting any longer. Gotta get out of here. Must be a safe place to hide somewhere. Yeah, let's go down to the manhole. Look, a manhole. That's right. Say, son, you remember my office? Sure. That messy, dimly-lit room. The file of the mass on Amara's assassination is kept there. I think it might help you on this case. Remember how to get there? Athena, I know where I can hide. Follow me. Oh, where are we going? Wait, you're not seriously thinking about going down there. It smells like rotten eggs. And are those rats I hear? Got no choice. Get us somewhere safe, but this is the only way in. Quick, before it's too late. Ugh, it's gonna take forever to get this stench out of my hair. Spider leg is how we describe her hair. That just seems silly. Looks like we lost him. That was close. Turk's office. How long has it been since I last set foot in here? At least we're safe now, but... Why is Athena all huddled over in the corner like that? That's... Hey, what the heck are you doing here? Rand's Royal Guards are after us. Once a rebel, always a rebel. Don't worry, the regime doesn't know about this place. So you can relax now. Good. But since when am I part of the rebellion? I don't recall signing up. Apollo. Oh, that's right. Mr. Wright? What are you doing here? We saw you two go into that manhole. You narrowly escaped the god's notice. It was like watching a pair of ostriches burying their heads in the sand. Guess those are closer shaped than I thought. Anyway, you're safe and sound now, and that's what really counts. Oh, I also have some evidence for you. Thanks, Mr. Wright. So, what is this dubious hovel we found ourselves in anyway? It's the Defiant Dragon's Lighthouse, also known as the Forest and Mighty Law Offices. I see. Well, though it might just be happenstance, here I am, the chief prosecutor, hiding out in a rebel base. Please don't report this place to the local police, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Might as well take a look around while we're waiting for the heat to die down up there. Come on, Athena. Stop moping over there and help me check this place out. Please tell me there's a shower here. There's a sink in the kitchen. And if you're lucky, maybe even some soap. I'm sorry I even asked. Well then, I assume this is the file we need. Wonder what's in this file. It's full of newspaper clippings. Seems to be a collection of documents and information on Amara's assassination. The arson incident involved Amara's private residence. Amara was slipped a sleeping pill and perished in the fire. The lighter found at the scene had Dirk's fingerprints on it. Huh. Getting on most of the stuff here on top. Wow, where did he get all this? Anything important here? Apollo's roving musician father got caught up in this incident and lost his life. He was struck on the head by the culprit. The victim's passport and any pictures of him were burned up in the fire. Without knowing his real name, no divination seance could be performed. We don't know his real name. But we have a picture of his face. And we know his name is Joe Justice. So couldn't we channel him if we needed to? Apollo's roving musician father got caught up in this incident and lost his life. What? This is about your father, Apollo? Looks like it. But I was never told much more than what's written here. Really? How come? Dirk always skated around the subject. Maybe he thought I was still too young. Plus, I always thought of Dirk as my dad, so I never really brought it up. Oh, I see. Still, I'm kind of sorry for your real dad. My real dad? I was never really interested in learning about him. After seeing his picture, I can't help but feel a little curious. I wonder if dads could tell me anything about him. Oh, this file looks like it might be useful. There are so many pages I can't tell what's important. I need someone to help organize all this. I think I know just the person to ask. So, Dad, you guys are still using this office, I see. Yep, except now it's the official HQ of the Defiant Dragons. As Dirk said, and I quote, must keep it up for the day when Crane needs lawyers once more. Restoring the legal system to its rightful form through popular uprising. Tell how much Dirk believes in his cause. Oh, and AJ, Dirk said something else that might interest you. He said he hoped you'll come back and take over this office someday. Take over? Me? Those were his words. May have been half joking, though. Dirk, guess what I heard from PW? AJ's become a lawyer. Yeah, been meaning to tell you. Must have been because of you, Dirk. Not so sure about that. Imagine he's already forgotten about me. What are you talking about? But he can't wait to follow in your footsteps. Nothing would make me happier. Maybe one day he'll return to Crane and take over this office. Just a pipe dream, though. Aww. Dirk really said that? Dirk was never a hands-on kind of dad. But not a day went by he wasn't thinking of you. That much I'm sure of. Doesn't get more paternal than that. Dirk, I think I really did spend my days trying to forget you. Looking forward to a nice long talk once you're free. Alright, buddy. Can you help me organize this at all? That's about this file. Can we figure out which pages are the most relevant? Yeah, sure can. Got the whole thing memorized. See this page? Definitely worth a look. Oh, that's right. Prosecutor Somalia was part of the royal family, wasn't he? As the son of the terrorist Dirk, Nahuta was expelled from the royal family. The idea that the sins of the father are visited upon his children is deeply rooted in the minds of the Carinese people. I mean, so this is Amara then, right? And maybe Subnaughty. But the Defiant Dragon shouldn't have existed at that point, right? That doesn't really add up. Yep, was expelled after that whole thing with Dirk happened. He must have gone through hell once he entered the legal world, though. The whole "the sins of the father are visited upon his children" thing. Yep, in the eyes of the people, Dirk is not only a traitor to his kingdom, also the terrorist who assassinated the previous queen. So as his son, Edie no doubt got the cold shoulder at every turn. It's been really hard on him. Yeah, the ties between father and son aren't something you could break, even if you tried. No matter where he went, he was probably labeled the son of a criminal. But despite it all, he made a name for himself through blood, sweat, and tears. I mean, just look at him now. The star prosecutor working cases around the globe. He's become a hero. Trying to enjoy the cream. And the last thing that you should know. Super smart and never willing to give up. Plus the study and fought like his life depended on it to get to where he is today. Okay. I wanted to ask you about this picture. That's the picture your pops, the Dirk, found. Had a heck of a time tracking it down. He said he searched all over for it. Why? Where'd he go through all that trouble? Dad, please tell us everything you know about Apollo's dad. I mean, he needs a picture of his face, right? To channel. You know what my biological father was like? Derek once told me about him. He was a modern minstrel, walking the world and making music in his travels. His biological also has some information on your dad. So he says he died in the blaze at Queen Amara's residence 23 years ago. That's right. Dirk had invited him over. Dirk's the kind of guy who can become fast friends with just about anyone. He was your pops like that too, AJ. They hit it off at a bar. The next thing you know, Dirk's asking him over to play some tunes. And then the place went up in flames. Yeah, Dirk had just stepped out for a sec when the fire broke out. Apollo, you were there too, but you were still just a baby. I remember hearing about that when I was little. Yeah, it's a crying shame. Your pops just happened to take you along that day, so you were there with him when the fire broke out. But Dirk risked his life to save you. Dirk's done nothing but save me all my life. All your pop's stuff got burnt up, including anything that could have helped us identify him. All we know about him first was his stage name, Jangly Justice, something like that. Dirk did everything he could just to dig up what little we know now. What about my mother? You know anything about her? All we know is she was traveling with your pops. Well, that day she was off doing something on her own. So then she probably didn't even know my father had been with Dirk. Huh. But she must have been desperate to find you and your father when she'd gone missing. No doubt, but the Queen's assassination threw the kingdom to chaos. Police are so overwhelmed, they're probably hardly any help to her. We searched and searched till our legs get out too, but we never found her. Father's stuff all burned up, we had 0 leads, not even a photo. So that's how I became an orphan. Yeah, who knows? Maybe your mom read about the details of the fire in the newspaper. Maybe she figured you died along with your pops. Wow. No idea you've been through all that, Apollo. You know what my biological father was like? Oh shit, did I just accidentally press that again? Yes, I did. Didn't we meet his mother? Or something like that in one of the previous games in the trilogy? Am I misremembering that? Didn't we figure some stuff out based on the bracelet or whatever? Okay. Let me out of this, please. I guess we could ask some Who this is? What? What? Do you know something about this? Nope, just felt like shouting is all. Go in there for a sec. At least it's short. I feel like he must... respond to something else, right? Maybe not. Oh, do you want the orb? No, he doesn't want the orb. Should we talk about ladders? Wait. Don't tell me we have to go back through the manhole to get out of here. The only reason this safe house is so safe is because the front door's been boarded up. Fine, but I'll just live here till the revolution begins. What if I told you rats come out at night? Then we'll just have to start the revolution before sundown. But the revolution never thought of getting a new ally this way. This is Dirk's old law book. Look, there's a mark on the cover. Looks like it was branded on with a hot iron. Yeah, I think it was done in protest against the Defense Culpability Act. Enter on the DC Act right here, see? So this is the infamous anti-lawyer law you guys are always talking about. Yeah. Scary looking knife sticking out the Queen's picture. Anyone saw this, the Defiant Dragons are a violent group. Oh, that? That was actually me trying to kill a fly. I threw that knife at it, but I whiffed, and the thing ended up stuck right between her eyes. I mean, this wasn't on purpose? That's what's with the altar. Or pay our respects to the victims of the Defense Culpability Act. The DC Act is a heinous law that puts innocent people to death. A law that's supposed to protect the people sends them to their graves instead. Talk about insane. Who's the kid? Wait a second, that's you, Apollo. Recognize those horns anywhere. Not really the only way anybody recognizes me? You're so cute. Who's that fine-looking young man? That's Nahuta, back when he used to smile. Man, this was absolutely angelic. Sure brings back memories. That was taking the day we all went out fishing. What was Prosecutor Somali like when he was younger? He's kind of quiet, passionate when it came to his convictions. When he finally made prosecutor, he was all fired up to charge Karain for the better. Now it's nothing more than Garan's lackey. I feel like that's a lot to say about Nahuta. I'll his thoughts later. Anything on TV? No. Okay, the people crying quite a shock when the Plume Punisher, Warrior of Neo Twilight was last on TV. The show where actors play the parts of Dirk and Rayfa. You hijacked that in the middle of its broadcast, right? Yep. All their writers do each week is try to ruin the Defiant Dragon's good name. So we decided to hit him where it hurts. It must have been a real shocker. Especially for the kids who waited all week to see it. I mean, the show's main villain is actually hijacking the very show he's in. Wasn't Nahuta once part of the Defiant Dragons? Yep, Yui was a rising star in the Resistance. Got to fight for the cause through the legal system. To become a prosecutor, give Inga and Garan the smackdown they deserved. But now he's... yeah, a puppet of the Garan machine. Not only that, but now he's gonna prosecute his own dad. Doesn't add up. I wonder what happened to him. Me too. If I had to guess, I'd say Garan has some serious leverage over him. Leverage? Like what? Wish I knew. It seems like Dirk knows. I tried to press him about it, but he wouldn't say. I'm gonna think what Dirk did say. Nahuta is suffering? Yes, he knows the rightful state of Karain's legal system. But something forces him to bend to Karain's will and is tearing him apart. If that's the case, then Nahuta doesn't really want to go through with Dirk's prosecution. So then you believe me? You believe in my son's innocence? Oh. Wait, what? Your poor son in prison for a crime he didn't commit. Let's petition the governments for his release and declaration of innocence. Well, thank you. Thank you for your debt. Who's that? Hey there, Miss Inmy. Hard at work, I see. Yes, I have my own battle that I must wage. After all, there are many who suffer under the Defense Culpability Act. Mrs. Inmy, please don't forget about our case, too. I won't. Look into it as soon as I'm able. Dats? What's Mrs. Inmy doing here? She's lending an ear to all those suffering under the regime's wrongful accusations. Lady whose husband's been imprisoned. Parents whose son's been falsely charged. She's helping all those types of people. So she's trying to help the revolution along in her own special way. Yep. Thanks to her, more and more folks are coming over to our side. All the people who have been unhappy with the regime have been waiting for just this chance. They're starting to speak out in support of us. People are responding and a grassroots movement's growing. Dirk's dream of revolution may finally come true. What should we do about the Founder's Orb? We'll probably run into the Royal Guards again the moment we leave this place. Well, I can't stay here forever, so I have to think of something. Got it. Why don't you hold on to it, Dats? Should be safe here, right? You can count on me. I'll get it back to you in time for tomorrow's trial at the Hall of Justice. What now, Apollo? You gotta handle what happened 23 years ago. Maybe we should pay Dirk a visit. So they want to show him. I'll join you. I want to talk to him before tomorrow's trial. Maybe I should wait here then. We'll attract undue attention if we go in too large of a group. You're gonna get there without being accosted. Excuse me. Hey there, son. You gonna see your old man again? Hey, Dirk. Guess they're done questioning you? Yeah. You'd think that Yuta might have cut his old man a little slack, but no. You really laid into me. He was really keen on recovering the Founder's Orb. When I wouldn't tell him where it was, he confiscated what few possessions I had left. Wait, Dirk's not wearing his attorney's badge. You even took that from him? Confiscated all my prized jailbreaking tools. What did you expect? I mean, no prosecutor in their right mind would let a prisoner keep stuff like that. Did he take your attorney's badge too? No. Thought it strange, but just when it looked like he was going to take it from me, changed his mind. Wonder why. Indeed. Find it hard to understand anything he does these days. You're carrying his attorney's badge. Wanted all these years, even though the lawyers are gone. Yes, because the dragon's eye is at the embodiment of my creed. To show the world that a dragon never yields, huh? Hey, Dirk. Why do you still wear your badge? You're not a lawyer anymore, right? Badge is my heart and soul, son. Never stop trying to realize my dream. Not until my very last breath. A dragon never yields, right? Oh, sorry, that was Nahuta. Exactly. Nahuta, Apollo, vow to restore Kurain's legal system to its rightful state one day. I want to pass on to you a world where you can live free from the fear of tyranny. He's always saying stuff like that to the two of us. Nahuta, the reason why you didn't take Dirk's badge is you still remember those talks too? I really hope that's what it is. Son, will you keep my badge for me? Are you sure? You can't take something so important to you. That's exactly why I want you to hold on to it, Apollo. Placing my fate in your hands. Alright. Make sure it stays safe. That's the only remaining photo of your father. Take good care of it. I will. Just surprised to see it after all these years. I had a tough time tracking it down and retrieving it. Taken by some European tourists who happened to be watching your father. I had one of my men go to Europe to look them up and ask them whether we could have it. You went through all of that trouble? I did. So don't go losing it or anything. I said I'd take good care of it, didn't I? Not this, huh? Okay. I found this in the tomb. Look familiar? Oh, the hats. Dirk, where did you find it? Down between the monk statues in the tomb. Is it yours, Dirk? Oh, it's something I bought. Why is he suddenly acting all awkward? Wonder when I lost it. Let's have it. It's very important to me. Of course. Just make a note about it for future reference. Apollo, remember how Inga said he had someone dear to Dirk? Why don't you ask about that? Oh, right. I'll give it a try. What did the minister mean when he said he had someone dear to you in the palm of his hand? Who was he talking about? Now, he just seemed to know, but he wouldn't tell me anything. Well, I've no idea, so... Well, you obediently followed his every word after he said that. So it seems to me the minister was in close proximity to someone you really care about. Someone you really care about that isn't Nayuta? Wait, don't tell me. Is there a new lady in your life, Dirk? Whoa, no, don't be ridiculous, son. The love of my life was Amara. She's gone now, and there'll never be another. My bracelet. Wait, does this mean... Dirk, you really not met somebody new? Alright, let's get to the hardest thing. Let's check his other hand first. Oh, his hand's moving.
Gotcha!
Dirk, you seemed tense when you said that Amara was gone now. To the point where your arm was moving around. What are you talking about? You're hiding something up your sleeve, aren't you? Huh? What's with these wild allegations? I'm not hiding a thing. My arm had an itch, that's all. Itchy arm, my butt. Just have to take an extra close look at his nervous habit. Confront with something he can't explain his way out of. Wait, really? There's something else? I mean, he looks up and is staring, I guess, and then closes his eyes. That doesn't seem like it, though. Yeah, that's just normal, him doing that. Whoa. The heck?
Gotcha!
The heck is that? Dirk, can't fool me. You tensed up when you said, but she's gone now. And you unconsciously moved your arm, causing something to press up against your jacket. How did you do that? Oh, so that's it. You're hiding a woman's photo up your sleeve. To keep secrets like that from me, Dirk. You're an eligible bachelor now. But you'll introduce her to me at some point, right? I keep telling you, there's no other woman. Fine, let's see it. What are you hiding up your sleeve? It's just this. Satisfied? Huh? But that's the pendant we found in Amara's tomb. See? Wasn't trying to hide anything. And why did he tense up? Dirk, let me take a look at that. Hey, What's this button for? Whoa. It's a picture of Dirk and some lady. She's really young looking too. Dude, are you into younger women, Dirk? Dirk, you old dog, you. You got yourself a younger lover. Well, you stop with this nonsense. This is Amara before she died. Look closer, you'll see that I was younger too. Hey, you're right. Aw, that's no fun. Wait a second. Haven't we seen this woman before? Now that you mention it, isn't this woman the same as the one in the pendant's photo?
Take that!
The woman in the pendant is also the one in this photo. Oh, Apollo, where did you get this? From the safe in Inga's room. Apollo. If this is Queen Amara, had to have been taken at least 23 years ago. But that's just not possible. Yeah, I just noticed the same thing. Here's why this photo couldn't be 23 years old.
Take that!
Take a look at the law book. It has the mark of the Defiant Dragons branded on it. But that mark didn't exist until after you started your revolutionary activities, Dirk. So this photo must have been taken after Garan came into power. That didn't happen until after Amara was assassinated. So then, how can Amara even be in this photo? Wait a second. That would mean that Amara is still alive? Ugh, looks like you found me out, son. Wait, so it's actually true? You want to explain this to me? What? Dirk, what do you mean Amara is still alive? Thought she'd been assassinated. Is she Nana or whatever? So did I. But it seems she made it out alive, only to be held captive by the ground regime. How would they do that? When I fled from the law and went underground 23 years ago, heard some shocking news from a Defiant Dragon spy. There were rumors of Queen Amara being sighted in the palace. And those rumors turned out to be true? Yes, snuck into the palace to see for myself. She was confined within the grounds, but otherwise she was as fit as a fiddle. So then, the sarcophagus in the tomb, it's empty? Yes, that entire tomb is one big charade. Garan had it built to stage Amara's death. So we're not going to be cursed by her vengeful spirit? Oh, that's a relief. She's being held under virtual house arrest, so I freed her, made a run for it. This photo was taken back then. Look at how they're both green from year to year. There's a fingerprint on the metal part. Guess Dirk must have left it by accident. Oh, Mr. Sudden Money, I want to hear all about how you ran away with Queen Amara. Surprised Amara agreed to run away with you. I mean, Garan must have told her that you tried to kill her. I tried to convince her that I wasn't the one who set the blaze. And she believed you? She said, and I quote, "I shall accompany you so I may ascertain the truth myself." She's a tough one to read. She sounds like Rayfa. When she was throaty, came to her rescue, Mr. Samadhi. To be set free by your beloved. It's like something out of a fairy tale. Yeah, well, there's no happily ever after once Garan's people caught up with us. They took Amara away to who knows where. Snuck back into the palace and searched high and low for her, but to no avail. Probably moved her to some remote mountain prison or the like. Or, hear me out, Dirk, does Nahuta know about this? He knows she's his true mother. Told him as much. Wait, is that why Nahuta's following Garan's orders? Most likely. So then, do you think that deep down he doesn't really want to prosecute you? He's not one to show his feelings. And lately I've had no idea what he's thinking. Apollo, we need to grow the queen about Amara when we have the chance. I was wondering about something. The little baby the lady's holding. Is that Prosecutor Samadhi? Not necessarily. Could just as well be me. After all, we're only 1 year apart. I don't know. I mean, the kid in the picture is too cute to be you. And so let's try asking Dirk himself. I assume it's Rayfa. Dirk, about the cute little kid in this photo. Is that me? Ah! What are you talking about? See? I told you it was Prosecutor Samadhi. Oh, I see. Well, either way, it's not you, son. So then, if it's Nahuta, it was taken when he was about 1 year old, right? And that would mean you ran away with Amara around 22 or 23 years ago? You're pretty good with numbers, son. Impressive. Huh? What answer is that? Yeah, so that's Rayfa. That is definitely Rayfa. Before you go, son, there's something else I need to tell you. Something important. What is it, Dirk? I've never seen you act so serious before. What's this something important you have to tell me? Listen, son. Even if you manage to prove me innocent tomorrow, I don't have long to live. Huh? What are you talking about? What I mean is, I can already hear the Twilight Realm calling my name. There's no escaping death now that has its sights on me. What? Is this another one of your jokes? Wish it was. You can't fool me, Dirk. Why isn't my bracelet reacting? Are you sick? It's something like that. So you're not joking. Afraid not, son. Sorry. Isn't there a cure? Or at least some sort of treatment? Unfortunately not. Not for what I've got. If you need some kind of surgery, I'll work hard until I can pay for it. So, please. It's too late. Nothing more to be done now. But you always say a dragon never yields, so why are you giving up now? Apollo, I'm sorry. I really am. I don't understand. Why is this happening, Dirk? Why? Listen, Apollo. Got a favor to ask you. Would you keep quiet about this? I don't want my fellow dragons to find out. They'd lose all hope if they knew I was dying. Would you do that for me? Of course. Why is this happening now? Just when I was finally starting to feel like you really are my... Thought this time we'd finally... But now... Damn it. Why? Apollo. Listen, son. I don't have much longer to live. But I'll never let them execute me. Not before I finish what I need to do. I know, Dirk. There's no way I'm gonna let them prove you're guilty. Before he goes, I'm gonna turn back time by righting the wrongs that have been done. Man, I wish this text scrolled faster. Could restore Dirk's freedom. And return a real smile to Nahuta's face. Gonna win this case. Just have to. Son, I have one more big secret. What? There's something else you've been hiding from me? Afraid I can't tell you what it is. I'd be betraying a certain someone if I did. What's that supposed to mean? Forgive me. You just have to find out for yourself. That's the only way. I don't understand, Dirk. Apollo, in court tomorrow, you may find yourself faced with a truth that is difficult to accept. But I know you, And I know you can handle the truth no matter what it turns out to be. I know that because I believe in you. You're my son, after all. Derek, what's he talking about? He's not going to reveal that he actually is the killer, is he? Looks like we ran out of things to discuss. Apollo? You okay? I'm fine.
Freedom, release Derek.
What's going on out there? Sounds like the party's getting started without me. Huh? It's coming from the temple. Let's go, Apollo, and take a look. Hey, you want to see my attorney badge? Proud of you, son. You'll become a fine lawyer. At least it means I'm qualified to defend you. I think that they would come to my defense. Now I can die in peace. Just pulling your legs, son. Temple, I think. Whoa, what is all this? That's a rebel.
Ow, ow, ow! Let go, will ya?
What are they?
Huh? Well, look at that. The people are coming to take their courts back.
Don't hold back, man! Arrest them all!
Well then.
Dirk belongs to the people. Give him back. Yeah, what are you holding him? Quiet down, you. Yeah, my big sister too, but she didn't do anything wrong. Ouch, stop pulling my hair. Release my son. Release him now.
Stop that. No biting. This is really something. It looks like Datsun and Mrs. Indy are leading the charge. You unenlightened fools. Do you honestly think this will change anything?
Yudi, why do you keep serving that witch Garan?
It's
Hey, Nahuta.
you again. What's going on here? It would appear that the insurgents are fanning the flames of rebellion. But I never thought it would grow so large. However, they will all be under arrest shortly. Reinforcements are almost here. They'll be arrested just for protesting. They are aiding and abetting a criminal by seeking his release. Their Eminence, Queen Garan, has ordered they be arrested and judged en masse. But weren't you once a member of the Defiant Dragons too? How can you go along with this? I am simply following the orders that Her Eminence has handed down. Now, it can't be as simple as that. Listen, Nahuta, that's what I want to talk to you about. Hey, you're not getting away this time. We need to talk. I see there's no reasoning. Very well then, speak. Dirk, what if I do this instead? No. Okay. Alright, punk. Actually, wait, what if I show you this? Oh, okay. Figured that since it mentioned you might do something about it, but... Alright, let's talk first. Nahuta, do you really have to serve as prosecutor on Dirk's case? I mean, prosecuting your own flesh and blood. It's just not right. Again with this triple. Your ethical standards are not the be-all and all of the world around you. Not getting into another debate with him. Nahuta, did you know that Dirk is sick? What? He apparently doesn't have that much longer to live. If found guilty, he probably wouldn't even make it until his execution day. What are you talking about? Knowing this, are you still prepared to send an already dying man to his grave? Well, with the Zen monk act, Nahyuta. Tell me how you really feel. Mr. Justice, each person is born with a role to fulfill, and I must fulfill mine. Well, I'm not convinced that taking Dirk to trial is part of your lot in life. As for why you've been at Garan's every beck and call, I think I might have the answer. Nahyuta, you know the truth about your mother, don't you? About how the former queen is still alive and being held somewhere. So Dirk told you, didn't he? Yes, it's true. My mother was spirited away to some remote corner of this kingdom to keep her safe from harm. Safe from harm? But Dirk said the Grand Regime is holding her captive. No, they are keeping her safe. So you don't know where Amara is being held? I only know that it is some secluded hideaway where visitors are not allowed. I've heard she leads a simple life, akin to that of monastic disciples. Sure sounds like she's being held captive to me. Listen, Nahyuta, are you really doing the Queen's bidding because she's holding Amara captive? And this whole thing with Dirk. You know he didn't really kill Inga, don't you? Dirk doesn't have much longer to live, so I want to help him however I can. This time it's our turn. It's our turn to help Dirk however we can. What you speak of is futile. Let it go and move on. The guilty verdict, the hopelessness, you must resign yourself to it all. Clinging to false hope now will only serve to magnify your future despair. So let it go and move on. Nahyuta, you're really just gonna roll over on this? I've no more time for idle chatter. Must prepare for tomorrow's trial. Now, if you'll excuse me. Apollo? I sensed a whirlpool of emotions coming from within Prosecutor Samadhi just now. Anger, shock, bewilderment, and an icy sorrow as deep and dark as an abyss. Yeah, I picked up on that too. Looks like Dirk really won't be the only one who will need my help tomorrow. I think it's about time to pay Queen Garana another visit. Ask her about her sister, Amara. Wait, can we do that? Look at all these people. The whole temple surrounded. It looks like Dad's is fanning the flames. Police are gonna really have their hands full with this many protesters. The whole thing is like a powder keg waiting to go off. Should keep our distance for now. Yeah, but where are we gonna sleep? Also, is she really gonna actually talk to us about this? Royal Guard isn't around. Utter hooey! You cannot continue to deceive the people like that! Rayfa, justice is much more than simply speaking the truth. Is that Princess Rayfa and Queen Garan over there? You deceive me too, Mother! How can I ever believe a word you say again? You nincompoop! Ah! Your benevolence. I couldn't help it over here. You impudent! Ow. What is she throwing at us? You okay, Mr. Wright? I can't believe she actually punched you. Yeah, I'm used to it by now. What's the matter with the princess? Sounded like she was arguing with her mother. Maybe it has something to do with this picture. Rayfa said she had to ask her mother about some secret or another as soon as she saw it. So then, does that mean that Princess Rayfa knows what really happened? That Amara wasn't assassinated and is still very much alive? It would seem so. She doesn't seem to be taking Garen's lies very well. That's no surprise, considering how much Rayfa reveres her mother. That would definitely cause her a great deal of anguish and sadness. He is dropping, are we? How very rude. You there. Are you not Dirk's son? Oh, nice to meet you, Your Eminence. We're actually here to speak with you, if you could spare a moment. Your Eminence, Dirk told me about Amara. About how she's still alive, that is. I know not of what you speak. After Dirk learned Amara was still alive, he rescued her and they ran off together. But she was captured and remains captive in a secret location to this day. As for Nahuta doing your bidding, it's only because Amara's life is in your hands. Oh, what an active imagination you have. Ha 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 ha. The lawyer and the comedian, how droll. Oh, where'd they come from? Anyway, she's gonna play dumb. So jog her memory with some evidence. Are you sure showing her evidence is a good idea? What if she just like confiscates it or burns it or something? Your Eminence asks that you take a look at this photo. Why it's a photo of Amara. In here you can see a law book bearing the mark of the Defiant Dragons. I believe you know what that means. Very well. Royal Guard, stand down. Yes, Your Eminence, your wish is our command. Seems there's no need to perpetuate this charade any longer. We shall speak of all we know. So then, you admit that Amara's still alive? Yes, she is under our protection in a safe location. They give me being held prisoner. And where is she being kept? Now why would you tell the son of a traitor that? She has a point there. Now heed our warning, Horn Devil. It would not be wise to inform the people that Amara yet lives. We serve to plunge public order into chaos. And I have no intention of doing that. Besides, there are real terrorists out there who might try to kill her. Good. Now, there was something I've been meaning to ask you. Do you know what has become of the Founder's Orb? The Founder's Orb went missing after Dirk took it into the tomb. As his son, we thought you might know something of its current whereabouts. I know it. Suppose I should thank you for that free running tour of Karain. That was the Royal Guard's own doing. Nice try, lady. Well, you're definitely not getting the orb. Ever. Why do you want the orb so badly, anyway? Because the most dangerous in the wrong hands must be recovered. Is the legend true? Can the orb really impart spiritual power? Are you worried that someone could overthrow you with it? The Holy Mother's power is without equal. Should Her Holiness once again return to our world, you can see we bestow great power upon the one who unlocked the orb's secret. I guess it makes sense, considering spirit channeling is a fact of life here. So we ask you, Horn Devil, did you receive the Founder's Orb from Dirk? Does it look like I did? So you like to play games, do you? Royal Guard?
Yes, Your Eminence.
Search this devil and his belongings.
What? At once, Your Eminence. Don't move. You're only making this harder on yourself.
Ugh, cut it out. Ugh, what the? Yeah, follow. Don't strip here.
Stop resisting. Just submit to our strip search already.
Sorry, Athena. Guess you just need to look away. Hey, cut it out. Ugh. Rest in pieces, my poor petted.
There's no sign of the Founder's Orb, Your Eminence.
So you've hidden it somewhere. No matter. We shall recover it one way or another recover it one way or another once you are found guilty of abetting the accused. Dirk was right. She really is bent on getting the orb. Mother! So the princess is back. I took a stroll to try to calm myself, but I still find the situation unacceptable. The people must be informed about Queen Amara. So she does know about that. Rayfa, you do not yet possess a clear grasp of how government and its people interact. There will always be secrets that must be kept from the ignorant masses. You have little faith in our people, Mother. But it's the royal priestess's duty to always speak the truth. As such, I cannot remain silent. I will not. The truth, you say? Your mind has been poisoned by the barbed one. It was an honor and a pleasure, Your Eminence. Must speak with our child. It is a mother's duty to discipline her child, after all. Now, if you would excuse us. Discipline. I don't like the sound of that at all. Well, Apollo, let's head back to the safe house for now. Good idea. Maybe go over what we found and collect our thoughts. Oh wait, sorry. I don't know why, I just like totally glazed over the former Samadhi office there. Ah, you're back. Thank you for holding down the fort, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. Sorry it took so long. We weren't too bored. I watched the Plume Punisher, Warrior of Neo Twilight Realm, while you were gone. And my verdict is, it's an outrage, especially its theme song. Even worse, the people here believe it's an original, Kearney's show. Can you believe it? I've already spoken about it at length with Mr. Rebel, and he... Not sure what he's babbling about, but at least it seems he wasn't bored. Moving along to things that actually matter. Gathered about all the information and evidence being concerning this case. I think it's time we go over everything we've learned so far. The Orb trial, Maya's abduction, and the murder of the mastermind behind it all, Justice Minister. A lot to consider. Think you have all the facts straight in your head? Yep, I've got it covered, Mr. Wright. The truth about what really went down is going to be the problem. Yeah, it's like the more we learn about this case, the less we understand. I agree. There's a deep darkness enveloping this case. I'm also afraid of what we will find once we lift that black veil. Suffice to say, the real killer is certainly waiting underneath. The real killer. Now that's the million-dollar question. Who killed Inga and why? Think, Apollo. Who'd you say had a motive to commit this crime? I, for one, am drawing a complete blank. I want to know how the killer slipped into the tomb, killed Inga, and slipped back out, without ever being seen. It's a bona fide lock-room mystery right there. We've collected plenty of evidence and statements. I just hope the rest comes out in court. Be a thinner tightrope than usual, that's for sure. This case has one big fly in the ointment. In order to prove Dirk's completely innocent, we'll also have to exonerate him of the crime committed 23 years ago. Amara's supposed assassination. Right, we know Amara's still alive, but Dirk could still be charged with plotting to kill her. And discover the truth even after over 2 decades of investigating. So our biggest hurdle is going to be the complete lack of evidence. Fire made sure of that. Miss Fred, have you ever won a case without any evidence? No, that's one thing I've never done before. How unprecedented even in the decorated annals of the Wright anything agency. Still, can't help but wonder, is there really no evidence left behind? No, we can't forget about the Defense Culpability Act. Those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. In short, if Dirk is found guilty and is sentenced to death, we'll likely join him in a very public execution. Yeah. Beat the charges or die. What kind of crazy upside-down legal system is this anyway? Don't worry. Can't ask someone as young as you to risk your life, Athena. So tomorrow it'll just be me and Apollo on the courtroom floor. But you can support us by watching from the gallery. What? No, I want to help. I'm part of the agency too, after all. Sorry, this is a direct order from your boss. Plus, there's Prosecutor Blacko to think of. He said he'd use me for sword practice if I put you in harm's way. Sorry, man. Well, at least promise me this, you two. Promise me you'll make it back alive. Make it back alive, huh? What's that face, Apollo? Never inspired confidence in your client like that. Play right into the prosecutor's hand. Remember, the worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. You're right. Even when it seems hopeless, or when there's not a shred of evidence to be found, never let it show on our faces, right? I mean, they always let it show on their faces, though. Will I actually be able to do that tomorrow? When push comes to shove, will I be able to force my biggest smile? He better do his best. Day 2, trial 2. We will do that next time. So, speaking of, I guess. So, yesterday we beat Silksong. There apparently is another boss that I didn't fight. I found this out after reading through some Steam discussions. It's also mentioned a name that I hadn't seen. And I discovered that apparently for the whole like old hearts thing, there's 4 hearts you can get and you only need 3. And the quest like stops after you find the 3rd. But I think I can still go get it. So I'll probably do that. Now the question of whether or not I do that on stream is an open and interesting question. Because we could also forego that. And we could just continue this and we could do trial and see how far we get. And that could be good. Because if I do that tomorrow, and if there's probably going to be more trial, I would assume. But then that potentially sets us up to maybe even finish episode 5 of Ace Attorney this week. If I do some tomorrow and then maybe Thursday and or Friday. But Friday I'm not 100% sure because I'm not going to get a full stream in on Friday because a friend is coming up to give me a ride home the next day. So I'll be hanging out with him and all that. So we'll see. I will try my best to try to finish episode 5. But if we don't, then, we don't. But like I said, I'll try my best. And I apologize if I don't get around to it because it will mean that you won't get to see the end of it until next year. So thanks for tuning in. And I hope you all have a good rest of your day or night. Whatever time it is, wherever you are. And I will catch you later. So take it easy. And bye for now, everyone.